Hello there, YouTube. Hasn't it been a while? Apologies for the delay in getting any uploads out. I had a holiday and a Comic-Con, and then I was sick, and then other things in life happened, and I just missed one or two. But we're back, finally. It's about 4 or 5 weeks since we've been car booting. As you can probably hear, the weather is rubbish. The rain is hammering down on the conservatory. But we spent an absolute fortune at the car boot today. Was it worth it? I'm hoping some of you guys will be able to tell me. So let's start with something for me. This came from my good friend Joey G. This is War Planets. This is the Beast Planet, and that's its original box. Now I have some of these. These are by Trendmasters. As you can see, there's the one from the box there. And there's 4 of the little mini play sets. And then there's a whole bag of bits that go with it. Is it all the bits? Probably not. But is it a good chunk of them? Probably. I paid 15 quid for the lot because Joey G's a legend like that. So happy to put that in the collection. Bought this. It's like a little felty sort of fairy house. And it's got a couple of little fairy people that live inside. Bought that for 2 quid. Bought this. I think this would be a good little D&D prop. He was also 2 quid. Bought this whole bag. It's got lots of those sorts of mini Funko Pop Avengery type characters in there. But there's also a few Legos. I haven't looked at them to see if they're legit or not. But yeah, real mixed bag of bits and pieces. But a lot in there. That was 2 quid, so that definitely works out less than 10p a piece. And then there was this box. This is all Harry Potter. Again, I'd say there's more than 20 in here, so they worked out less than sort of 10p a piece. So I paid 4 quid for that box. Paid 50p each for this little things. So some little bootleg dinosaur. This, which apparently is a micro machine, but I don't believe it. And this little signpost, which would be a nice D&D prop. Found this big box of badges. Now, I did rummage through that quite a lot. The bloke said 50p each, but I thought if I got a bundle together, he'd do me a deal. So I got 50 that I definitely wanted, and then there was another 33 that I ummed and ahhing over. So I said, right, I want these 50. He said, right, £25. So I said, yep, okay. Then there's these 33 here. Could we come to some sort of deal? He said 33 plus 50, call it 40 quid, which I'm pretty sure is like £1.50 less than it should be. So not much of a deal. There are some in here that I thought, oh yeah, they're actually worth a bit of money. Where is he gone now? I tried that. There we go. So this is an Atari badge. California Lynx. I thought they were worth good money. Turns out they're not that much. I've got a lot of football badges though. An awful lot of football badges. Are they worth anything? A Harley Davidson badge that looks a bit vintage. This United States Marine Corps. There's some that look like they're very Olympic based. Maybe this is Kentucky Derby. Cool, that rain's got louder since I started trying to film. Little Lenin there that I'll probably keep. This one is a Disney Aladdin home video. Is it worth anything? Who knows? 2 more Disney ones here. There's a little Miss Piggy. And is this Fonzie? Yeah, I think that's Fonzie. Yeah, just a real mixed bag of badges. Are they worth anything? Did I just get ripped off for 40 quid? Who knows? I'll try and let you know next time. And then there's this job lot. Now, this came from a guy who is clearly a reseller. I see him quite a lot. I tend to just walk past whatever he has because he's so expensive. So I started pulling out games just to ask, how much would this be? How much would that be? And he'd be like, oh, this one's 30, this one's 25, that's 25, that's 30, that's 30. So I started grabbing a handful in case he'd do me a deal. So he pulled them out. He said, are you a reseller? I said, no, I'm a collector. He said, okay, give me 10 minutes and then I'll price them up for you. So I just had to stand by his store while everyone else was buying things. And when it eventually got quiet, he looked over and he went, oh, God, you're waiting on me, aren't you? And I went, yeah. So we had a little look. He said, oh, this House of the Dead, this is 40 quid. And I thought, all right, this is going to be too much for me. So in the end, he totaled them all up and he went, you know what, I'll do you a deal. You can have the lot for 140 quid. So I basically spent £20 a game. Now, I haven't researched these a lot, but looking on CEX, that has like a cash value of 45 quid, but they don't have any in stock. And looking on eBay, they tend to sell anywhere from sort of 78 to 80. and be listed about 100 to 200. I think 200's probably expecting a lot, but maybe if I could get 70, 80 for it, that wouldn't be so bad. Haven't really looked up these. Some of the prices seem wild, but I'm hoping that maybe I can try and list some of them at like 40 quid a piece, perhaps. I don't know. I'm not a gaming guy, but I think I've at least covered my money, hopefully more than, and the artwork of them is just beautiful. I mean, these I had as a kid, these Super Marios. I never had a SNES, so I never had any of these, but I had friends that did, that I used to play on, and I used to have this on something else, Game Boy or Mega Drive or something. But I don't know. Did we do well with that? Maybe someone in the comments can let me know. The badges, that's another unknown. I think we're just going to have to suck it and see with those and just hope for the best. Maybe I just threw 200 quid down the drain. Who knows? Maybe we're going to make some good money. Who knows? Maybe none of it was worth anything and I'm just an idiot. Tune in next week to find out. Bye, guys.